Hello everyone, I'm Coach Miura, a representative researcher of Miura Exercise Analysis and Academic Service. This is named as Evidence-based basic training for racewalking, U18 to Masters. We already presented the introduction and what is rule correct technique, and the last one, number five, the mechanics of loss of contact. So today, on number 6, I present you mechanics of correct technique. How they can walk fast on the correct technique. So I presented some evidence of my research and other. So please enjoy this series. On the first, I present to you the example of my practical coaching. This newspaper, this is a photo of newspaper on which 2007 I coached from 2003 to 2007. I coached some high school boys, and this photo is the athlete from Akita, the third north prefecture of Japan, and he has won the U18 of Japan Games in Akita, his hometown, in 5,000 meter. And he is the second. This photo is the second north prefecture of Japan, and he won second place. These are the example of my coaching in the last year of I worked in Aomori, and until 2007 I continued my PhD research for racewalking, and on the research I researched about how they can walk fast on the along with the technical rule, and in parallel I coached some high school students in Naomori and Akita, and some won the third and some won the second, and the last year I won first and the second. And on summer, another competition for high school championships in August. This photo is a competition of national games, Japan Games in October, and he won the first place in the summer high school championships, and he won the second on the high school championships. Both is the same as Japan Games, and 5,000 meter. In this occasion, I don't remember the number of red cards, but on my memory, I don't felt about them. I'm afraid don't be received, don't be less, don't receive red cards or yellow card. So their technique is not so bad, and the fastest two in the high school student. So the technique I coached in 20 years ago, this is based on my PhD research, and I wrote in my book on the last year, the Japanese edition, and in this year, on January, the English edition. Please read these books to know the basis for my coaching. And I wrote about the technique to enhance the walking speed along with technical rules. This is the following schema of number 5, the past edition of this series. The title is Why Loss of Contact Occurs. This is a takeoff and this is the contact, and if these two events occur at the same instant, walkers walking with along with the rules and the technique is correct. But early takeoff and right contact, if takeoff is early and if contact occurs right, there will be the time lag, visual time lag. So if it is very long as to judge can view, judges decide as loss of contact. So we continue the following schema of number 5. This is why early takeoff occurs. This is the takeoff, and why early takeoff occurs. The walkers walking with a strong kick with ankle and kick with hamstrings. This is like running. They occur early takeoff and high kickoff. These are two property which will be judged as loss of contact. So walkers who walking with the loss of contact, they kick strong with the ankle and hamstrings. This is the two. No, not two. One. This is one of the most judged as loss of contact. We continue the following slide of number 5 on this race. This is about why right contact occurs. If they contact with a weak backward swing of leg and weak strong muscle of hip extensors and hamstrings, they cannot make early contact, but their contact will become late, and light contact will result in the loss of contact. So let's move on to the acquisition of fast walking speed along with technical rules. I show you the schema of walker who occurs loss of contact and who can walk without loss of contact in the fast speed. This red rag is about the walker who walk with loss of contact. On the drive phase, they don't strongly stepping their legs and driving with not strong hip extensor muscle. But after this event, walkers who walk with loss of contact, they kicked and progress to the forward with a strong kick with ankle and hamstrings. This is a feature of strong kicking with ankle and hamstrings. So they can acquire high speed with strong muscle of ankle and hamstrings, but this movement, this technique is easy to elevate body with ankle plantar flexor, and after takeoff, they can easy to kick up high. Elevation of the body and high kick up is a two obvious property of walker who walk with loss of contact. But walkers walking with high speed along the technical rules, they exert strong hip extension extension muscle and pelvic rotation, strong pelvic rotation on this phase in the contact. They can drive fast their body to the front with the strong driving, and in this phase, in the vertical position, they exert the strong hip abduction, and they can accelerate after that without the strong ankle muscle and hamstrings. So this technique can prevent body elevation and high kick up. They will not receive yellow card and red card of loss of conduct. The previous schema is based on my research, based on the evidences of my research. This is a paper which I published in this journal. This paper showed the fluctuation of walking speed during single step phase and body path motion. This is the fluctuation change of walking speed, horizontal speed for the progressing direction. This is contact and takeoff. This is velocity, center of gravity, walking speed. Contact to takeoff. The walking speed fluctuate from contact to takeoff, decreases and increases. Decrease of walking speed is deceleration, and the increases of walking speed is acceleration. Walkers who walked in fast speed is acquire walking speed with acceleration is rising phase. This is rising phase. But how they acquire high walking speed and how they accelerate their walking speed in this phase? These are the schema of walking speed and model of body presented in my paper. So this figure is same as the previous slide, and we modeled the human body as inverted pendulum in my research. On this phase, the acceleration phase, they accelerate the body in this direction. This direction is oblique, so in the vertical direction and horizontal direction. The walker who obtained the high walking speed accelerate horizontal in this phase to elongate the body in this direction. So the pelvic rotation had contributed to the acceleration. So this direction of pelvic rotation contributed to the acceleration of this direction, and this phase prediction in the frontal plane contribute to the acceleration. So in this movement to enhance the pelvic rotation, the hip abductor muscle is contributed to enhance the force of this direction and acceleration of this direction of the human body. We found the same property of human body through walking in high speed along with technical rules. This slide shows the property of walking technique without flight phase. This is the data of experiment, and this is data of obtained in the official races. The same data. This is hip abductor torque of in the frontal plane. The muscle. This data indicated the abductor's muscle strength of the abductor's muscle from contact to takeoff. Contact to takeoff. The solid line, the bold line, indicates the data of walker who walked without flight phase in the almost 4 minutes per kilometer. The pace is about 4 minutes per kilometer. The walkers are on the data of official race, same as the experiment. The bold line indicates the data of walkers who walked with flight phase. This thin line indicates the walking with the flight phase, loss of contact phase. In both data, walkers walking without flight phase, almost double contact, walked in the large abduction muscle torque in the middle of the support phase. In this almost vertical position, the vertical support leg position. This is a property of walkers who walk with that flight phase. Large abduction torque of hip. So, if walkers walking with a flight phase, they exerted large hip abductors torque in the middle of the stance phase. Also, I present to you the property of walking technique where is that flight phase described with the shaman. Walkers who walked without flight phase, they exerted the first in the drive phase the strong hip extension muscle and pelvic rotation force torque at the contact phase, and drive phase the first phase of the support phase. And in the middle of the support phase, they exerted strong acceleration with a strong hip abduction. These are the two main properties of walkers who walked without flight phase. So with these properties, they prevent body elevation and high kick up. These are two main properties of walkers who received red card and yellow card of loss of contact. Also, these two properties are the main two properties of acquisition of high walking speed. So walkers without flight phase can walk in the fast speed. Okay, this is the final slide, and I present to you the practical movie of walking technique without flight phase. This movie was shot in this February. One session with student walkers who modified his walking technique not to lose contact with the ground, not to lose the contact with the ground. So this is technique movie of one drawing of exercise of learning of walking technique without flight phase. So he emphasizes the hip rotation, and the side movement of the pelvic. But this emphasized movement targeted aimed to exert the large hip extension torque on the contact and large hip rotation torque on the contact and large abductor muscle torque in this vertical position. So to learn this technique in the first emphasize these points. So after that, gradually shorten, not to emphasize these two features. So finally, he learned the walking technique without flight phase. This movie I checked, and there is no flight phase. So finally, he learned the walking technique without flight phase. But in this in this walking, he also felt these points, 2 points: strong hip extension of at contact, and hip rotation, and large hip abductor in the vertical position. So this is 2 points to obtain a walking technique in order aiming the fast walking speed and not to lose contact with the ground. Okay, I'll finish the number six. So in number 7, I present you about the mechanics of correct technique, occurrence of bent knee. So number 3, I present you the factor of bent knee, and the next as number 4 of mechanics, and number 8 of this series, I present you about to prevent the bent knee. Okay, please subscribe to my channel and give a high rating. This is all. That's all. Bye bye. To see the next version.